So with that, a question that I have for you, Nick, and based on all this checkerboard stuff is, so are you just primarily, is it a software play that you are doing, or do you all actually go and pick up people's cars and take them to where they have to get serviced, or you just provide the software platform to allow people to do it?
We only provide the platform, and I
Got it.
am a strong believer of supporting local businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have a disruptive technology, you can still work with the local businesses that are going to like it, number one. Number two, when you involve local players, it will probably bring more authenticity and credibility to your business model than disrupting, like I can send you a guy. Then I can hook you up with a guy in the area that you know of who can do the service that you don't know about, like picking it up, doing the oil change, bring it back to you, you know? So, yeah. So we work with local business partners, and we are a software platform that connects, and we set the rules for everybody to be happy, kind of a thing.
And how does that work in terms of your pricing? Is it pay as you go, or is it subscription based, or are you still trying to figure all that out?
Well, very good question. The original model was like a set price, like $99 for oil change, $99 for detail, $99 for other service kind of thing. But now I've been advised by my mentors here, Startup Studios, to promote it to employers, passing this as a benefit to their employees, right? So I had to come up with a new model. We're going to charge $100 per car per year, but you pay actuals to the shop. Having said, it's kind of a subscription model, monthly car wash and 2 oil changes in a year and 1 state inspection. It's all taken care while you're working in the office building. So the model now is like we are promoting to the employers to give this as a benefit to employees, so their time in the weekend or during, most of the people or employees take care of the car maintenance during the lunch or break hours. That's going to be a distraction from the work, or can focus. So we are promoting this as like increased productivity and employee satisfaction by offering a concierge service while they're at work. We take care of their car maintenance, and they never have to bother about it. It's like once a car wash, once in a month, 2 oil changes, and 1 state inspection while they are at work. So we charge $100 per car per year from the employer, and then the actuals of whatever happens to the shops.
Got it. So when I go to the grocery store and I'm lazy and I don't want to actually go around and find the Doritos that I want, or the dilly dillies that I want, or the cucumbers that I want, I decide to for example, I've used Kroger recently, and they go and they actually, because of COVID, they've been doing it for free, where they'll go and they'll actually do the shopping for me. I just pull up and do it. And so it's a similar version for that, but for your vehicle. So who picks up the vehicle in this kind of case? You, the actual dealership, the place where it's going, or do you actually then have a vehicle service too that picks it up and drives it to those places?
Now, with the current model, we want the service shop to be picking it up.
Got it.
Having said, believe it or not, they still do that sometimes. It's not always, but if they know you well, they give you a pickup and drop off service. I came to know about it when I was doing the market research, and I'm like, so there's a hidden gem out there that been offered to only VIP clients. Now, why not we make it like more generic and package it kind of not as a premium service, but as a regular service, with the grab. Go ahead.
Which is interesting because if you think about it, in this world, dealerships historically, people think they're making money on their vehicles. People think they're making money on the used market of it, and yes, they do. But service is where they make their bread and butter. So you would think that where they make all the money, they would do anything to attract someone to actually go into the center to make that happen. So it's interesting that historically it only went to VIPs, even though they make all their money in service.
Right, and it's not only dealers. I'm lately talking about the mama papa stores in the area. Like I said, I'm a strong believer of supporting local businesses. I always want to stay local as much as possible, right? Shop in the local areas. So somehow my heart goes out to local businesses. So I want to help local businesses be part of the revolution, because as it is, they cannot be like something like Uber or Lyft, right? It's going to disrupt the cab drivers. And it might happen, if not me, somebody else will kind of come up with a model, because what your grandparents are doing, you're still doing the same thing for the car care maintenance. So there got to be something done here. Although there is mobile service available, some companies have like mobile service on-demand app, but there are limitations to it. They can only do one service and not all that we provide, number one. Number two, not all property management companies allow you to get that service performed on the premise, and then there could be EPA. Most HOAs don't allow you to do oil change or any maintenance on car at that location. Even if you have a, garage, you cannot do oil change in the garage, kind of a thing. I've experienced that before.
So just to piggyback that, in the world of Uber and Lyft, you said it disrupts the taxi cab world, and so you basically, the question I have is, who do you piss off in this world, right? So in Uber and Lyft, it's the taxi cab thing, right? So all the taxi cabs got livid about the whole thing, right? So who in your world right now, who does KarHappy piss off in this situation?
It should not anybody, because I'm going to this shop, like let's say Zack's Auto Body, Zack's Car Care Center, right?
Love
and
it.
I go to Zack and I say, Zack, by the way, do you know your insurance covers the part of you? There's a question actually in your garage application. Do you offer pickup and drop off service to your customers? And if you go yes, what percentage? How often? So we're trying to bring in that hidden gem. Like I said, there's a gem that's hidden out. We kind of bring it out and say, hey, go to your insurance company and tell them you want to do this all the time.
So it's a value add that's already there that you're
exactly
just grabbing. Okay, interesting.
It's kind of bring it out, like throw more light on that's something that's hidden, which is what the world wants now. Like you can push the button and get the food, dog food, pretty much anything you could think of. Why not car care?
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. And so my question is, you're a database guy. What have you done, or are you doing anything at all from a database standpoint in terms of, do you track like make, model of each customer or subscriber's vehicle, and then so what month the inspection is, and then month 11 you send out an email saying, hey, we're going to be scheduling you for your next for your inspection that is due next month. Do you all offer any of those premium types of services?
Very, very good question. As it is, currently for the first phase, we're going to start doing it manual. That's why we have a whole package, then a la carte, which Zack was mentioning, that I want to have cucumber, I want to have this, that, other, but it's like one package, so you never have to worry about your car service again, including washing. So while we do the periodic wash, we can check the oil change, number one, and see when it's coming up for due. And yes, we have built back-end AI, sort of, if you would speak, because each car is different. Even if the same model, same make of a car could have different variants. Like if you say Toyota Camry, right? It has V6, V4, da-da-da. So it's all different. So we built in a database and then kind of map the manufacturer recommendation, and then we kind of read into it and then alert it. For that we need the mileage. And going forward, my ideal scenario would be like there is OBD gadgets that are available. They're pretty cheap actually. But even if like we have a maintenance guy, he could take the OBD, which is very portable and it's very inexpensive, hook it up to the car, read the whole thing, spit out the report, and right after the wash, give it to the car owner. Hey, by the way, this is your, this is what's going on with your car. And that is not expensive. While they finish the cleaning part of it, they could read all these statistics and give them the report, and they go, huh. And that's no selling point, nothing. We're just making you aware of what's the health of your car.
Mhm.
And then we would know it by that time if it's all changed, and then we schedule it manually. But then going forward, I want it to be all automated with OBD that can transmit the data to us. That's at a later point when we are
What's
funded, when we have
OBD?
enough resources. I'm sorry?
What's
Onboard
OBD?
diagnostics.
Got it.
Yeah, I mean, because I just know for me, my daughter drives her car. I don't ever drive that car, and it's just like there's been a couple of times where it's like, "Hey, Dad, my car needs to be inspected," and I look down and look at the date, and it's like 2 days before the end of the month, kind
The
of
little
thing.
sticker.
Exactly, right.
Yeah, and so from that standpoint, it's a great service. Same holds true with oil changes as well. Yeah, it's not a car that I'm ever in, so to have a little push or a reminder to take care of that stuff, I think is a great value add.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I mean, this model, I did not, well, like I said, I'm a tech guy, right? And then I've been working in the IT world. I knew there's just something here. And then I jumped into it. And luckily, I had connections in India. I went to there, set up a shop, got all this product developed. It's on iOS, Android. You can download the app right now. But it's a concierge service kind of a thing. But then I did not know nothing about car maintenance per se. I can drive the car. I know it's due for oil change and things, but I did not know like there's the pain points that we have. At every point, oh, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work because every car is different, right? Even for pricing of a standard price package for a specific car is difficult, but I want to build that. It's not difficult. It's just like nobody cared for it so far. So I have this idea of building all manufacturer recommendation into my database, and then OBD, which is very inexpensive. Actually, you could get for $5 on Amazon. But I'm talking about if you can spend $100 OBD that can transmit the code to us, right? And I'm in the game. Like I know everything about what's happening to the car. I can let you know what's happening, or you would know what's happening. And then we would schedule them so you don't have to worry about it. Then we will have our guys.
Even in a case like that, you can does the OBD that will if there's a recall or something like that needs to be attended to. Does an OBD pick up on that, and then you can then reach out to the customer and say, hey, you have a warranty item or a recall area that you need to schedule. We can take care of that for you.
I do not know with the electric cars that might be possible, the two-way communication, but any car that's made after 1995 had this gadget. And your car you have it. And if you see right under your steering wheel, there's something like dangling out, like a plug-in thing. And nobody knows what it is. When you go to the shop, that's what they do. They hook it up to that and then read the computer statistics of the car. Having said that, OBD comes from $5 through $500, right? So I want to find the right fit that I can afford, give it to you, and say, hey, Tim and Ryan, have these gadgets on your car. You're done. I will let you know. I'll come and take care of it. You don't have to worry about it. And I'll let you know what's happening. If you care to know about what's happening with your car, yeah, I can get you a report. Or I can make you a copy of the report as if when I read it every month when I do the wash. Mm-hmm. So that's the model. My main thing is I, as a car owner for so many years, I've been spending time, which I do not think is effective, but I got to do it. But I do not like it, so I want somebody else to do it for me. And I read it out. That's what is happening. At every home, nobody want to do it. They still got to do it. It's the price point. But if you see DoorDash, Grubhub, and those models for something that you would pay $5-6, I know we paid $15. I'm like, what the hell? 3 times.
I'm living that over right now.
Exactly.
This is my inspection month. And I look down, so it's the 17th, and I have 13 days to do it, and my calendar is full, and I'm like, gosh, when am I don't have time for this. But
so we want to add a little bit of premium
from those places because I dropped it off, or I'd go sit at the Mac Shack for 4 hours, just getting angry. It's just like ridiculous. It's But in that case, an Uber or Lyft from where I was taking it to my dealership because, they offered me free oil changes for life, which, I mean, I guess it's free oil changes. But I mean, if I'm spending $25 to get an Uber or Lyft home, then it's a $50 oil change. I mean, I'm not even, I'm wasting money. I'm interested. Well, it sounds like that little dongle that you're talking about is what Flo from Progressive always talks about, where they clip it in to figure out what, those commercials where they tell you like, oh, are you a good driver or not? Maybe it wasn't Flo from Progressive, but
yeah, but I don't think it's that easy. You just put it in, but you got to have it. Well, that's one thing, right? You have a OBD gadget that put into the dongle, and then you're going to have a program that can read the error codes or what's happening and appropriately map it, kind of a thing. But just having that itself won't probably help you as a person. Or maybe now it may be a little different. It's been a while that I checked into it. But the ultimate model is that's going to be that's my vision.
Are you stuck at your home office, socially distanced coffee shop, or your fancy all bricked out corner office, wondering why no one can see your business and sales are all over the place? Sounds like you need a pro. That's why I developed the Anomaly Academy. Insert clever copy here. Oh, I guess I was supposed to put something else there. Oops. You can grab access to the Anomaly Academy now at ZachMillerSays.com/Anomaly Academy.